Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war.
And two idiots join the Inquisition. Dark Heresy! Welcome back to another episode of Dark Heresy. As the Imperial Scribe of this vessel, I am tickled to be documenting the many adventures of Andrew Dickinger, Shepard Tombs, and their servo-skull companion, Daniel Fernandez. When you last left them, our boys had rescued the real Baroness Collins from certain death and revealed that a shape-shifting Xenos was in fact the Queen's murderer all along. But with one mystery solved, another danger rears its head. How do they prove Collins' innocence, and who was the real mastermind of this insidious plot? Let's find out.
All right, Daniel, I've turned you back on.
All right.
There's a lot of fire going on.
Yes, the Scourges are just blasting quite literally everything in sight. This is ridiculous.
I think these guys are, gonna kill every mutant.
Okay, well, clearly we like some of them, so is there something we should do here?
Yeah, I mean, we should at least, try and get him to stop.
Baroness, first off, nice to meet you, Shepard Tombs. We didn't really have much of a chance to...
I mean, we spoke a little bit.
Yeah, but first off, Consulting Assassin, nice to meet you. This is, Andrew. Andrew,
I already know Baroness.
That's right, you do know Baroness.
You would know this if you read files, you know.
I haven't had a chance yet. I'm going to read the files, I swear. But
we have to stop the Scourges. They're gonna kill everyone.
Well, I mean, is there any way we can get some of your mutants to escape? Any kind of secret passages? Or are you really suggesting that we have a full-on assault against these Scourges?
No, not that, of course. Our mutants they were relying on whatever the hell it is that monster was going to use to stop them. Some sort of Gozer trick, but apparently it didn't happen because they didn't kill me. But they're working with somebody. This is all part of somebody's plan. This is more complicated than it seems, but we need to get out of here. But we need to stop them too. I don't know.
So potentially a double fake? So somebody was telling the mutants that Gozer was going to help them, and that was instead somebody pretending to be Gozer or Gozer supporter?
No, I'm pretty sure that was Gozer, but the plan didn't work because I didn't get sacrificed on the altar.
That's true.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
So I feel like rescuing you is becoming a full-time job.
It's only happened twice.
Oh, it's two you owe us now.
I feel like it. Okay.
I'll just take
Just
direct
get me out of
payment.
here alive, and I will definitely repay you.
This may not be the best time, but I feel it's important to tell you that the Queen is dead.
Yes, I heard.
All right, so...
Also, you're being blamed for it. The thing took your form, as you saw.
Yes, it told me that.
Okay, so obviously we can't have you show up in front of Woke because he'll just murder you. So you should maybe stay with the mutants and wait for our signal, and then Tombs and I will try and get him to stop.
Okay, so I'm here. I'll try to lead the mutants. It's what I do best. I feel like I'm mutating a bit myself these days. Anyway, we need to...
Oh, that's... all right, then. Well,
I've been in these caves for maybe too long. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'll try to lead them into the tunnels. I'll give you the same place... we need to find a rendezvous location when we're done.
Oh, and I think you should take this. And I hand her an earpiece to essentially take with her to tie into the network and tell us
that's a good
when she's
idea,
clean.
yes.
Yeah. All right. As long as, sometimes the radiation in these caves gets a little weird, but I should be able to stay in touch with you.
I guess we could meet again in the Queen's bedroom. That you do have a secret passage still to enter there.
It was blocked.
Oh, that's right. It was destroyed.
Yeah, I believe he collapsed it.
Damn. All right. Well, we have to find some locale that we can reconvene later on.
Well, I guess the only other place that we could really go would be, the mouth of the cave.
I mean, if I I mean, the peasants tend to like me.
Is there a
maybe?
way that you
I mean, I hope they still like me. They think I'm dead, maybe. Maybe they think I'm a murderer. I don't know.
Maybe a positive surprise. Like, look who it is, right?
But don't go all like, I'm an actual saint on them, Be honest about it.
I'm not an actual saint.
I'm just saying the temptation could be there to be like, hey, I'm back from the dead. And then people start to think like, you really came back from the dead. Not
it's
a good
true. We
idea.
all like a good goof, but I think we should probably be playing this one straight.
Okay, we are talking for too much. I'm going to lead the mutants out of here, at least the ones that I can. These ones that are cowering around here are the ones that helped you. And the mutants sort of are busy with their own things. One
Thank
of them
you,
waves.
Giant Leg Day Man. Thank you, Man with Many Eyes.
Thank
you,
you,
other nameless mutants that we didn't get to describe
Shadow
yet.
person, for
Yes.
all of you for
Oh, I
holding,
didn't see him, sorry.
all,
There he
all-
was.
All of you for holding the door while we took care of that horrendous thing that will be haunting our memories,
Yes.
especially Tombs.
Forever,
Alright.
absolutely.
All right. As the mutants and Collins head out, David embraces Collins real quick as they are hiding it, and they go into the darkness.
We'll never know his name. The Man with Many Eyes. Anyways, all right.
His name was David.
Oh, that's right. You just said that.
Do
What
you-
was his name again?
Do you ever listen?
I'm sorry. What did you just say? We've got a lot of work to do.
He is still very traumatized from that thing.
I
guess that I hope that's
By the way,
explanation.
embarrassing. You were like stone frozen in fear.
I'm sorry. How many of those things have you run into?
I'm worse, probably.
I'm mostly killing nobles. I'm not mostly killing whatever the hell that was.
Xenos monsters? Well, you consider yourself lucky.
Yes, jeez.
Well, now you have.
Yay!
Check
well, I
off-
guess I can put that on my resume. That
Check
should
that
give me quite a
box.
few more jobs. Although I'm not entirely sure if those are jobs I want. Listen, let's maybe talk to this Scourge fellow. What was his name? The captain of the Scourges.
Woke.
Serrano leads the Scourges, but I think Woke is allied with them. Woke should be down here, too.
Right.
Yeah.
We do have to catch up with Woke again.
I don't think we should speak with Serrano. We should probably speak with Woke directly. I don't think Serrano would like me very much.
Okay. Well, I guess let's make our presence known carefully. Let's not get shot.
All right, the battle looks like it's actually starting to wind down. The mutants that were fighting back against these Scourges have been eliminated. Now these Scourges are kind of going from small shanty to small shanty, killing anyone inside, setting it
Sweeping.
on fire, just
Yeah.
sweeping and
Jeez.
eliminating.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hello, everyone!
There are several guardsmen who have guns trained on you.
Good to see all of you again. As you can see, I've only got 2 arms and 2 legs and 1 head, and here's my friend Andrew.
I immediately bring up the badge of the Inquisition.
Okay.
You must
That's
cease
right,
fire
we have
immediately.
those.
All right. The lieutenant that's in charge of like this little squad is like, Inquisition, huh? What the hell are you doing here?
That is not your purview, but we do need to speak to your commander immediately.
All right. I'll get Serrano here right away.
Wait. Actually, in fact, we were looking for a man, Baron Woke. I believe he's been assisting you in this raid.
He's not my commanding officer. I don't respect that tool.
Well, I'm not saying that he's your commander, but we were just curious if he was around.
We would need to speak to him as well.
Okay, I'll try to set up he gets on his comm link and he's starting to talk. Meanwhile, the rest of the men are continuing to just blast. You see one small mutant child trying to run away, and they're just gunned down by the Scourges.
Excuse me. I'm real quick. What's your name?
Quentin?
Quentin. Nice to meet you. My name is Shepard Tombs, consulting assassin. Listen, I need you to stop shooting mutant children and just hold on for a minute. We've got some very important intel to share with your officers. But again, of course, you can continue to go around and shooting individuals if you enjoy cave-ins.
Cave-ins?
Yes. What do you think we were doing down here as Inquisition? You do know we weren't just here to also shoot mutants, not to, comment on your current occupation, but if we wanted to send people in just to shoot people, we wouldn't have sent ourselves down here as well, don't you think?
I don't see what that has
Of
to do with
course you
cave-ins.
don't. So we were down here obviously inspecting the stability of the caves and neutralizing the true threat, which was shaking and bringing down the entire foundation of this area.
And shooting mutants will make it more unstable?
Well, I don't know about
it's,
you.
It's the explosives
Yes.
that are placed around everywhere.
And also, when you have battles like this that escalate and you put a certain group of people, which, by the way, pretty nice from what I've observed so far. Now, sure, there are a few radicals, but it seems like we, Andrew and I, have eradicated those challenges, and you and your men as well. But
I will have you know, many of my friends died today fighting those monsters.
yes, and we will have a great, wonderful, beautiful ceremony for all of them. But I will tell you this, the remaining few that are left, not only do I believe them not to be a threat, but like any group of people pushed into a corner, will resort to dangerous and extreme tactics. And with the stability of how this cave is sitting right now, I don't want your men or them to have to resort to those type of activities.
yeah,
Okay.
so no more shooting children, all right? Under the order of the Inquisition.
You're still gonna need to make a roll because you're not an inquisitor. You're
Right, I figured
I
I was
mean,
gonna
we're
I figured I was going to have to lie. at
Stretching the
some
boundaries
point.
here. Can I just assist him?
yeah, you can assist him.
Because he started it, essentially.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm going to use my last fate point, and I'm going to add a 10 to that. That's going to be a success.
No, but if Andrew succeeds,
Oh.
he gives you plus 10. It
Ooh.
is assistance. Yeah.
This is,
This would be, well, I'm deceiving.
you're deceiving, but how much, what is, assisting?
Is this command? Is it?
Would it be, I guess it would be command, wouldn't it?
'Cause
Yeah, I feel like when you're waving your badge around and yelling at people, I believe that is command.
Because I got a 51 and I needed a 42, so literally a flat plus 10 will get me there.
I will spend the only fate point I have that I never spent in that combat and add 10 to mine, so it assists you, so you don't have to spend yours.
Fair enough. A
Okay,
fate point
we're
was spent
choosing
either
who
way.
spends the fate point.
Well,
Okay,
I
whatever.
mean, we may need conversation later to actually go well.
That's fair.
And he has much better charm than I do.
So I say what I said, and then basically you just back it up with that badge.
You say what you say. He's a little unclear about whether you could go for it or not, and then Andrew, you start waving the badges.
I'm
This
just
is-
very, very blatant with this badge waving,
Yeah.
just like badge.
and he's also sort of looking up at the cathedral, which is now starting to crumble a little bit. And he's like,
Maybe have been
this is-
held up by unnatural powers.
yes, channeled through a being that is no longer alive. Yeah, okay, fine. Call off the attack, folks. It's fine. Let's escort these inquisitors to the commander.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
By the way, Andrew, Daniel, quick,
Yes.
gathering?
Huddle up.
Yes, huddle up. Now, we have that radio still from that creature, right?
Yes.
I have a question. I've seen you do some pretty fancy things with technology. You seem to be well-versed in the technological arts.
As my mechanical eye and mechanical arm start
I was
twitching,
moving around.
just like, okay, yes.
Is there any way that we could kind of reverse engineer this radio, per se, that it's receiving a signal from a fellow radio? Is there a way we
I
could...
think I'm picking up what you're putting down, so it sort of like sends out a big loud noise, so it tells us who has the other end.
Exactly.
Tech use that shit.
Okay.
Thank God I fully upgraded this.
It's come in handy a lot.
A lot.
This is an ordinary test that's going to be at plus 10, just to make it send some noise.
Holy shit. Well, it's a good thing it's an ordinary one, because otherwise I would have failed.
What
Okay.
did you roll?
I rolled an 80.
God. You have like a plus 30 to that, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, so
So you set it to have a huge sound, like rip out of the other end of the.
well, on my when I press a button.
when you press the button,
When I
yeah.
press a button, it will, and it's more not like it meant to like blow people's eardrums off. To be like a really obvious like beep, like I get closer and it beeps faster type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess if you pull the button on the side of the radio and it like as we hear it getting closer and closer, you can basically use it like a
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I
Almost
can
like a
just
mini sonar.
I can just
Yeah.
press the button repeatedly to essentially like
Getting
finding
warmer, getting warmer.
finding our car
Yeah.
in the garage.
It was-
type of thing.
it's like trying to You mean trying to find a classic hovercraft?
Yeah, to find your hovercraft in
You know
those
when you lose your
cramped-
land speeder somewhere and you got to find where you parked
Okay,
it?
there are wheels in the 41st millennia. Like
But they're all square, aren't they?
it's not like that Data Slate Star Wars where apparently there are no wheels in the galaxy.
Yes, what a crazy place. I also don't think they have paper. In
But
that
you know, you
galaxy.
get it lost in the hive cities and the deep, barrens, and you
Oh,
gotta
yes.
like beep your way to
I've
where
lost
it
a
is.
land speeder in plenty places, but not a vehicle, of course. I don't deal with those shoddy things.
Now, just let me know when you're doing that, and you'll be able to track.
So
down
I'm
the
gonna
set.
I'm gonna do like a real quick one,
Yeah.
just to see if it's like in the immediate vicinity.
It does not appear to be. No.
Okay.
So now, while you were fiddling with the communicator, you are brought before Woke and Serrano, and they're both sort of standing in the back, ordering some people around. And Serrano's wondering, like, why have the men stopped killing? What's going on?
Well, they've stopped killing so that we can all walk out of here with our lives, Captain.
Who are you?
Oh, my name is Shepard Tombs, consulting assassin. This is my colleague, Andrew. We work for the Inquisition.
Hello, Serrano.
And Woke steps forward, is like, "Oh, gentlemen! Oh, it's so good to see you. I didn't know that you came with us on this mission."
Well, we were obviously...
We had a separate mission.
And it was a bit of a need-to-know basis, as I'm sure you can understand. There are
Oh.
certain things that we can't let everyone know about.
I respect the Inquisition more than anything. I totally understand. Totally great. Well, I'm just glad that you're here. Maybe you could help us wipe out any of these remaining ones. Meanwhile, the entire time this is happening, Serrano is just glaring at you, Andrew.
Of course he is.
You!
Yeah, me.
What the hell are you doing back on my planet?
Fixing more of your mess, apparently.
My mess. My mess. You're the one who brought the Baroness back, and then she killed the Queen. So, as far as I'm concerned, you murdered the Queen.
I'm totally basically ignoring him while he's ranting and going into, accessing my data pad to do a hollow projection of the fight.
Of the one that you were just
To
having?
have Daniel show the fight against this monster that was posing as
You
her.
were recording that?
Well, Daniel records all of it.
I do record all of it. That
I
is
believe
true.
we have proof.
So-
Many recordings to
Yeah.
prove that Daniel records quite a bit.
So going into Daniel's data banks
Yeah.
and to have it shown on my wrist screen, essentially. So I just while he's ranting, I'm just ignoring him and bringing that up, and then I just start playing it.
What are you showing me? What is that?
That is the Xenos beast that posed as Collins and killed the Queen. As you can see, it's a shapeshifter. As you can also see, it scared the bejesus out of this gentleman here because it had shifting features all over it.
It certainly
like
did.
crazy.
Look at how creepy that is.
Ugh, that is bizarre.
Luckily, it's incinerated and smashed by the two of us. And notice the temple.
Who's
was
that
now-
other person there?
What other person?
No, there's a person that was on the altar there. Who is that?
Oh, that's classified.
Now, of course, we...
As I just hurriedly stop the recording, I'm just slamming the button.
on your wrist, turn it off.
Off.
Just pull the cord out on your wrist thing. The whole thing turns off.
Okay. You will need to make either one of you will have to convince him on that because just saying, it's good.
I'm going
The
to.
smoothest move ever.
I'm going to
Oh,
attempt.
whoa, this?
I'm going to
Nothing.
attempt to deceive, and I would like you to assist
Yeah.
me.
I'm gonna assist with charm, and if I
Yeah.
fail, and if I succeed, I'll tell you
Yeah.
how I do it. Oh no!
I passed.
I think by charm. Oh no! I have a plus 20. No, I passed with my charm.
I
My
actu-
charm is actually very good.
Yeah, I have terrible fucking fellowship, but I actually rolled a 20, so
Okay.
I passed.
Excellent.
Unless you give me minuses. Don't give me minuses.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I just barely passed as well, but yeah. So if you get it, you got it.
Yeah, because I have a 24 fellowship.
I mean, arguably that should have failed, but Shepard assisted you there, so I think you're good to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and as I'm sure you observed, Captain, and would, and I'm sure coming down here yourself, were coming to investigate, that you knew that the Baroness probably wasn't acting on this herself, and from her history and relationship with the Queen, I'm sure you also came down here to verify that information too. Am I correct?
Yes?
Of course. Nobody would have just believed that very obvious recording that was in fact the Baroness. Thank you, Captain. I thought for sure. Now, this man, Andrew, had spoken about you before, but I believed that clearly the captain of these scourges, this fine commander, would have taken quite a bit more investigation on hand.
And obviously you would have realized that it was something, larger taking place here that was commanding these mostly innocent
I would say mostly innocent.
Now, hold on, guys. Hold on. This is Woke chiming in. Innocent mutants? I don't believe that there really are innocent mutants, because you know what's important and holy and great? Humanity. You know what they aren't? Human. So, even if they didn't actually kill the queen, which, by the way, it turns out they did. At least one of them did, right?
No, it was not a mutant. It was Xeno scum.
Oh.
It was not a mutant at all. It was, in fact, something that normally I wouldn't divulge this as an agent of the Inquisition, but it was a species that was supposed to have been wiped out.
Oh, well, your Inquisition does an excellent job. Well, regardless, these mutants have been attacking us as we've been coming into the mines, which is all the more reason to exterminate them. Let me tell you, as the next monarch of this planet, I'm going to make it my goal that we eliminate all of the mutants on the planet. They've been a scourge on this planet for such a long time, and I'll have you know, as the person who has now wiped out the mutants and been in charge of the operation that killed the person that killed our beloved queen, I think it's time for me to become king. I'm going to have the right. I'm going to claim the throne, and I'm going to be in charge of this planet. And I ask that you support me, but I don't necessarily need that support.
That was all a very good speech, and I think I was moved. I believe Andrew was moved as well.
That's
there was one thing we
one way
picked
to
up
describe it.
in the when we were down there by the cathedral. Could you happen to check? I believe it was something on you. Could you check? It was like a button.
Oh, I was supposed to communicate with somebody.
Oh, yes. If you could check that for us.
So I pressed the button.
Nothing happens.
Ah, that seems to be broken.
Damn. Well, I was hoping that could be something we could leverage there. Sorry, it seems like the device...
Seemed like that was going to be a thing, but
Although,
turns out it's not.
There is one thing that I didn't, it's something not right in that speech that he just gave.
What was it?
I believe he was trying to take credit
For what we did?
for disposing of the actual insidious threat.
Very interesting. I heard that as well. Did that come across to you as well, Captain Serrano?
He's sort of looking at you guys and looking at Woke and sort of not quite knowing what to say.
Does Woke have anybody, other than... Is he just, tagging along with Serrano?
Woke actually seems like he was alone tagging along with Serrano and the Scourges.
I start glaring at Serrano.
So, as he does this, well, Captain Serrano, what I've seen here today, and as you know, being part of the Inquisition and being involved in not only this assassination, but also this very heroic battle that you and your men just took part in, we will not only be taking the results of this battle back to the rest of the ruling and royalty up above, but as you know, we have a direct line to the Imperium, to royalty and leadership on other worlds. And Captain Serrano, I believe a man of your talents certainly has a great future not only on this planet, but potentially others as well. And I think it would be very valuable that the Inquisition and the Royals receive the most accurate description of what went down here today.
Credit placed on the right head.
Wouldn't you agree, Captain, or potentially future Admiral
Commander, at the very least.
But of course, if you disagree, we can always amend our report.
Planetary Commander.
Can you imagine?
That's got a nice ring.
It does sound really
Planetary
nice. I think about
Commander
it. I've met a few
Serrano.
planetary commanders, and they have these boats, these massive boats that fly in the sky.
Thousands of men at their command.
It's incredible how much gold you can fit on those boats.
Woke scowls at you and storms off, flipping his cape. He has a very nice cape as he just storms out of the mines. You'll pay for this. I will be king. And he just marches out while Serrano's sort of looking at you and says, I will...
So, Serrano, I feel like we can let bygones be bygones. I mean,
I guess if the...
Commander.
I mean, I don't know. I feel pretty good about someone who's helped me reach commander status. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm not commander yet. I mean, that's...
Yet is the most important part of your statement, Captain.
Well, I still don't like what you did with Collins, but I guess she's dead. That thing must have assumed her form. They probably has to kill her before they could do that. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
And let's be clear here. There are bigger things at play than we can make present at this time, and we would very greatly appreciate your cooperation in what's to come.
Okay. Well, I will tell you this. If Baron Gamer becomes king, I will follow the instructions of my monarch. I'm sure he's going to declare his assumption. He's going to get all the nobles together in the castle and declare himself king, and as long as they go along with it. And he could probably claim that he did it. I don't know.
We will ensure that the right person is made to rule.
And whoever is made to rule is appreciative of their subjects.
Will know of contributions to the crown.
Fine. Come on, men. We've dealt with this today. We're going to get out of here. You guys want to come along back to the castle?
We have a few things to take care of before we get back, but we will meet you there, and we will, like we said, be sure to make sure that all deeds are passed to the right heads.
Okay. Maybe I misjudged, He mutters to himself as he all right, men, let's move out! And he just marches away with his scourges through the mine.
He was kind of a prick, but he's all right,
he's a complete dick. I mean,
motivated by career, which we certainly can
easy
influence.
to manipulate.
I don't know. If he finds out that Collins is alive, he's not going to be happy about it.
Yes, we're going to have to figure out exactly how we handle this Collins piece.
Well, we're going to have a chat with him, I feel, eventually anyway. I mean, we can't let that complete asshole woke become king.
But remember, before we reconnect with Collins, there are larger things at play. I mean, even though there might be an ideal scenario where Collins takes the throne upon this planet, remember our core mission. We do need her help to get after this bastard Atris, as you've laid out.
I mean, I'm going to be really, super honest here, especially since she's not around. There's no way she can be made ruler, right?
I mean, I have no idea the politics of this planet.
From what I understand, if you have royal blood, you can be a ruler.
How do we get past the whole... I guess we'll just have to make the public knowledge of the lacquer.
Well,
so from what I understand, politics on this planet, they've been negotiating, trying to figure out what should happen because there's no obvious heir to the throne. From what I understand, a noble merely needs to declare that they are going to assume the throne, and as long as the rest of the nobility on the planet support them, they will become the new leader of the planet. So...
Well, I think if we can privately show the other heirs that aren't complete assholes that Collins has the proper right with the recording of the lacrimal, then maybe we can install
And here's
her.
the other thought. We don't need all of them on our side.
We just need
a majority.
Yeah.
Now...
Now, it should be noted that it's not just the other claimants for the throne. There are several other lesser nobles that have to support them as well.
But once again, majority rules, so...
Yes.
But do you believe the lesser nobles, Daniel, from some of your background on this planet, will they follow, let's say, if we can get Walker or even Riendo on one of our sides?
All of them have fans within the nobility, but to be fair, Woke is the most popular of the possible claimants for the throne.
So it's either convince everybody that's not Woke fan or somehow get Woke on our side. Which I feel like that has left the building.
I don't know if we're necessarily going to have Woke on our side, but here's a thought. Each of these royals, Riendo or Walker, have pretty powerful connections within this royal community, as they were the front runners for this position. I can imagine many people have put their stake behind them. One of them we saved from getting poisoned and murdered, so I feel like one of them owes us a favor.
Riendo definitely
And if
owes
it's not
us.
her, and if it's Walker, who potentially put this whole scenario in play, I think before we were leaning on this potential back channel with the radio as a way to out somebody, but it might be a very convenient way to get somebody's buy-in, unless they want to be, of course, outed that they murdered the previous royal, don't you think?
So you're assuming that Walker was behind all of this?
Well, I'm assuming some royal in power was behind this, just because, to be candid, that creature, that Xenos monstrosity, probably was very expensive. And arming it and all of these mutants with the appropriate weapons and technology and tactics to do what they did and gain access, it was probably a very expensive endeavor. This is just my own opinion.
Well, I think at the very least, they have to have some kind of inn at the castle, which means that, using this device to out a person, if it's possible, is beneficial to us regardless.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but I've made pretty good friends with some of the security at the castle. One Irene Adler probably owes me a favor.
No.
I don't know if you've noticed, but her and I have kind of this thing going on where she's totally been reaching out to me to help with the security.
You are delusional.
But I think if we bring this potential opportunity in front of her, we could suss out the original culprit of this whole scenario.
So where do we want to go next, then? Do we want to go to the castle? Do we want to meet up with Collins?
I think we meet up with Collins, set up a rendezvous within the castle, and then go straight to Adler.
I think we should meet up with Collins. I think we need to somehow get her into the castle to a secure location within our control, so that she's at least already in there, because the last place they'd think to look for her would be within the castle walls.
Very true.
And then if we go to Adler after that and give her the evidence we have and get her on our side, provided that we use the device and find out that it's not her that was the
yes,
in fact,
that
the
would
one
be
that
quite
gave it away.
unfortunate.
No, keep in mind, Adler's not the one in charge. It's Lee Strahd is in charge of castle security.
Yes, but Lee Strahd, kind of a moron. Am I just putting that out there? He seems like an all right bloke, but
I feel like if we can convince Adler, then we can convince Lee Strahd.
That does make sense. It seems like we would just go to.
I feel like she's the wall, the voice of contention
she
against.
commands a lot of authority in there. At least what I noticed.
Wrapped around the finger, one could say.
Man, I realize now, I remember, we made a lot of promises to promote a lot of people in this place.
Well, we are.
It's a lot of paperwork.
We are in the Inquisition, so I mean.
They could be lies, though.
Yes, I guess they could all be lies, but,
we are also in the Inquisition.
I'm going to be honest, I mostly am hired just to murder people, so this is all a lot of fun, and I don't know where we're going to end up with this.
Well, let's go meet up with Collins, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I'll shut you down, Daniel, while we make our way to the edge of the cave.
All right, I need to reboot. I've been recording a lot of stuff. I need to sort of reformat my drives here.
Yeah, that button for stop video took way too long.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Let's go ahead and fix some of those problems.
Okay, excellent.
All right, Daniel, looks like I fixed a lot of you had some cognition errors. It was weird.
I don't know. Atris put a lot of programming deep in me. I think I don't know.
I've scoured most of it, so
yeah. I think we're good. I think you got the last little bits of it. Anyway, so are we here? Is this?
Yes, this is where we plan to meet Collins. Do you see it?
Collins, do you read?
Yeah. Do you hear us?
A small wall rolls away, and out of a secret passage comes Collins.
That was a very dramatic entrance. Pretty
Look,
good.
I gotta be secretive. You know me.
Well, that was probably a good idea with all of the guardsmen and stuff coming out.
Yes, that makes sense. But Collins, we've an update for you. We managed to prevent the Scourges from doing any further damage to the mutant population down here.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But
permanently, they're not gonna.
That's the bigger challenge. So
Permanent's that's a powerful word.
The only way we can really permanently assure their safety is making sure that the next monarch that is put in power has their best interests at heart.
Oh, I'm the next monarch.
I was just about to ask, are you interested in ruling the planet?
Well, that solves that whole conversation we had on the way here.
Yeah, wow.
I have.
I had a whole bunch of points that I was going to address, really rallying speech about leadership, but excellent.
No, now that I'm alive, we can expose it. Aren't I named in the will?
Wait, what do you mean you're named in the will?
The Queen Lakshmi, she said she was putting it in the will that when she passed that I would be the next ruler of the planet. Has nobody read the will?
We didn't even know there was a will.
No, but the will, everybody should know about the will if there was a will. Is there no will?
Hold on. Is there a chance that there's a will and we could completely circumvent having to get royals and out people on our side. I mean, that would be... Is there a royal lawyer that we could discuss that works here? I mean, there's got to be, right? Somebody who would hold...
Well, she was keeping it secret because I mentioned me, of course.
Wait. Is it Adler?
What do you mean, is it Adler?
Is Adler the one who has the will?
I don't know. I think the Queen had the will, but it was set to be... I don't know where she was keeping it. She said it would be released, that it was kept in a safe place, and then when she passed...
It's potentially maybe back in one of her quarters.
Okay.
She has those 3 rooms.
Okay, so, wow. Oh, it's 90-degree turn. Okay,
Yes.
so...
Honestly, there was going to be a lot of complicated stuff we were going to have to make work.
Well, the problem is, though, if they still think I killed the Queen,
No, we have
the
that-
will may not be...
we have that solved, but I have a recording of the lacrimal.
And we got in public in front of several soldiers for the captain to verify and agree that it was substantiated.
All right. Well,
And Woke himself also saw the recording. Now, we definitely made it very clear we don't support him because he was also falsely trying to take credit for that whole situation, but...
I mean, even with the will, I don't know if all the nobles will support me or not, but it does give us
No,
an
we definitely
edge.
definitely need to get some support.
Oh, does the will not just bypass all of that? We still have to set up some support?
I feel
Well,
like threats to life also problems.
Yeah, it could be a very shaky leadership term. Very short one if you don't have many people backing you.
Like
So-
sometime when you would hire a consulting assassin, mayhaps.
Potentially. I mean, I'm just thinking about this. I could get some.
Like
lot more
you've had
work.
experience on situations like this.
Yes.
shaky.
Listen, I want everyone to appreciate that I'm burning a lot of bridges here. A lot of royals on this planet probably would have paid me to kill a lot of their friends. So I want you to take a moment and appreciate my work that I'm doing here today. Anyways, let's maybe speak to some of these royals and try to get them on your side.
Can we go back to the castle? I know a couple of places in the Queen's chambers. Like she had a secret vault. We could look there. But,
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna have to
Yes,
sneak
I would.
you.
If there's a secret vault, I would. That would be my number one spot with a bullet, with one of my bullets.
I would assume that others knew about the vault, though. I'm sure it was opened after she died, but I don't know. Maybe not.
Well,
Nobody
I
made any
think-
mention of it.
I think regardless, we need to sneak you back in.
Okay.
We need to get you into the castle because also we were discussing this. The castle is probably going to be the last place they'd look for you if anybody knew you were alive.
Wait. Who did the Queen entrust anyone with this will? Is there any chance anyone else could have possibly known about this scenario where the Queen was going to bequeath said rulership upon you?
She met with all the possible people who were going to claim the throne. They might know about the will.
You know why you might construct a scenario where someone else might murder a queen is when you find out that that person is probably going to take the throne from you.
I mean, weren't we already super suspicious of the other three?
Well, yes, I'm just saying there's... Obviously, now I understand where this came from. Damn it. All right. So, let's make our way back. You've got this secret passage. Can you potentially get to this secret vault from where your entrance is?
I don't have a secret entrance into the palace.
She just knows the secret hiding spots.
I know there's the secret vault once we get into the Queen's chambers. You would have to... I'd probably have to go in the front door, or at least a servant's entrance.
Great. Well, I have got some interesting stealth tech that I could outfit you with.
You're also... aren't you supposed to be like a master of disguise?
Yes, I am.
Why don't you just put a disguise on her?
I mean, I could do that.
Like, and I just like grab. I'm like, sorry, I'm about to borrow this. And I grab one of the robes from one of the mutants and like put it over top of her to cover most of her. The cape now. Disguise.
All right, fine. Where did you study?
I mean,
it's pretty good. You could fix the face up a little bit.
yeah, do that.
Change your posture.
Fix the face up.
How do you feel about a limp? Do you think you could pull one of those off?
I guess.
All right.
Um,
We're going
I-
to make this work.
And so I immediately start scrounging pieces of scrap metal to fix together a fake leg to put around her existing leg so it looks like a robotic leg.
Excellent. I think we can make this work. So I think I'm going to probably
You're
have
gonna
to
need to
roll
have to
some
roll.
sort of check.
Yes.
No,
You
we
mean
can
I
just-
can't just do
We
this?
can't just do it.
Narratively? Yeah.
Look,
here.
I have a lot of leniency for the narrative, but
That's true.
Can I use tech use to make this fake leg?
I guess
And truly, there isn't a thing called disguise.
it's deceive.
It's deceive.
It's deceive.
Are you sure it's not stealth? Just kidding.
depends on what kind of disguise you're doing, but it's deceive if you're going to have guards look at you and be like, okay, you're cool.
You're cool.
So, unfortunately, the leg is not very convincing.
Okay.
Awesome.
It's just, God, I don't even know what it would be made out of.
Oh my God, my deceive worked. I needed a 42. I got a 40.
Okay. There you go. You have, despite the paper mache leg that Andrew put together over here.
So can I just like take the leg off, knowing that it's not going to work?
We probably don't know. That's
You
the
don't
whole
know.
point.
Oh, that's
You don't
true.
know.
Yeah. Damn it. I gotta stop rolling 80 pluses,
Yeah,
even when I have a
jeez.
plus 30.
Did I pass whatever my curse was to you?
Yeah, god damn it.
Neither of you could roll well at the same
Yeah,
time.
that's true.
Is the problem.
That's
One
very
of you
true.
has to be the fuck up.
But yeah, so I mean that successfully passes. So
So we could try this disguise. We could probably get into the
Servants' quarters, I feel, would be easier.
Yeah, if we go that way. What's my? Who am I?
yes,
Yeah,
well,
what am I-
you're
what's
going to
my-
be a local informant who has been on the ground helping us investigate this mutant threat.
Okay.
And
okay.
since you know quite a bit about mutants, if you're questioned, you can give as much insight as you know.
I do like that idea. That's a pretty
Yeah.
good idea.
We have to have
I just came up with that.
we have to give her a name.
Right. Well, there's only one name that would possibly fit this role. Fillory Tingle Shop.
That
How about Charlotte?
Fair enough.
I like the name Charlotte.
All right,
Charlotte works.
we're
It's
gonna
not.
call-
It's not overtly ridiculous.
It was the name I went by.
that was a terrible name.
Listen, I can do some things under pressure. I don't
Apparently
name people.
not fight anything that's not people.
It worked as my
Fine.
name the last time I was undercover, so I guess it could just be Charlotte.
Wait,
again.
wait, wait, wait. That was your previous cover name. We can't use your previous cover name.
Oh, I guess.
We can't use Charlotte again if you've used it before.
We'll call you Susan.
I mean, I thought Fillory was pretty good, but fine, Susan. Your name is going to be Susan.
I don't really feel like.
You don't think that's a weird name? That's such a strange name.
Fine, we'll call her.
And the argument continues as we head up
as we walk
as
up.
we walk away.
Make our way to the top.
Yeah.
Where do we land?
Dolores.
Yes, I think that works. I think that meets us kind of both part way.
Fine. Okay, I'm Dolores.
It has enough syllables, I feel like.
All right, guard, we're going inside just like normal. Just going to walk on by here.
Okay, cool. Go on.
Damn it, we spent a long time coming up with that name and backstory.
Yeah, the guard. The disguise is good enough that the guard just sort of looks for a second and doesn't see anything suspicious, and you are just waved in.
Though the leg is making weird clankety noises, but he just assumes it's a really badly put together fake leg.
Something like that. Well, now that we're inside, I think we make our way to that secret vault. Dolores, where should we go to find this?
It's in the second bedroom, and there's a piece of art, a statue. If you were to move it at a certain angle, it will reveal a wall that will open up.
Well, I feel like we can't,
Classic
we
statue
can't
secret
sneak
room.
Dolores into the room.
Why
We'll
not?
have- because there are guards.
She's our
guarding.
informant. She's been here on the planet.
They're not gonna let her in.
We came up with a whole backstory for her. They'll believe it. I thought it was very compelling.
Why would they let us?
She was visiting a sick aunt. You don't remember any of that? I thought it was going to be really good.
I mean, like, I'm delusional at times, but like that, they're not gonna let a random person into the Queen's second quarters.
yes, when you say that out loud, it does sound like a bad idea.
And it's not that I don't rely on your ability to like convince people, but I don't rely on your ability to convince people.
Is there a place I could stay then if I'm not going to come with
we
you?
can put her in our room.
That's true. We could do that.
Okay. Yeah, you put me in my room. Is there anything I should be working on? I can.
You should be keeping to yourself.
Okay.
You should
Definitely
be
don't answer the door for anyone, except for us.
Thinking of allies or potential argument tools to get other nobles on our side.
Because we're going to have to get them to back you. So,
And a very convincing speech.
yes.
Okay, I'll start working on a convincing speech, I guess.
And Dolores, Baroness, please don't do anything. Just stay there. Stay there and think. Don't make any rash decisions. Just stay in the room.
Wait for our signal for the love of the Emperor. Please.
Okay,
Just
you guys are ordering a queen around quite a bit.
You're not
Whoa, whoa,
queen.
whoa, you're not queen
you're
yet.
Not queen yet. Also, 2 favors.
And if I remember, quite a few hours ago, we were all risking our lives to save you. So come on, you got to give us a little bit of a leeway.
I suppose.
I mean, look at him. You are still really messed up. I should probably do something
I mean, to
about
be
that.
fair, I'm maybe even a little bit more messed up.
That makes sense. We both went through a very trying time down there.
Listen, we can have a nice, rest, some tea after we sort this whole thing out.
All right, let's head to the vault. Baroness, we will meet you back in our room shortly.
And don't open the door for anyone that isn't us.
Oh, okay.
And I mean anyone.
Okay.
Don't even answer the door. Don't pretend like...
We got it. I think we're good.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you shortly.
All right, Daniel, I'm just going to shut you down and clear some data on the way to the Queen's quarters.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a thing going on tonight.
All right, here we go.
Thanks for listening to this grimdark tale. The Queen's will may secure Colin's reign, but the real enemy has yet to reveal themselves. Can our boys wrap up this case and bring this fiend to justice? Tune in next week to find out. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a servo skull and helping these two as game master. I'll be chronicling new episodes of Dark Heresy every first and second Wednesday of the month. And if you want to get your wargaming fix, tune in to Roll to Seas every final Wednesday. If you'd like to download more episodes or check out other similar podcasts, head over to partialarc.com. There you might enjoy listening to Friday Night Quests, a podcast much like Dark Heresy but set in the fantastical and equally hilarious world of Dungeons and Dragons. You may even recognize some familiar voices, such as Daniel Fernandez or even Jay Jones, along with many more ridiculous and wonderful characters. Definitely check it out. Also, you can email these morons any questions at rolltoseas@gmail.com. Of course, you can always follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to leave a rating and review on iTunes. You could win a ticket to an Ice Castle murder mystery. How fun. Goodbye.